The Justice Collaboratory was founded in 2015 by Professors Tracy Mears and Tom Tyler. Their goal was to bring together a group of nationally recognized academics, researchers, and social scientists who all shared the same goal, which was to build a more just, effective, and democratic criminal legal system. Ultimately, what we've tried to do is create a place for us to all learn from each other and to advance the science together. What the JC does is it works to take research into practical law enforcement training materials and guides, and we continue to update these guides as new research emerges. We have a website. It's a great one-stop resource that will allow you to access training materials, guides, and other resources that are focused on building community trust.
Research tells us that the key issue that the public considers when they decide the degree to which they trust the police is whether they think the police use fair procedures when they exercise their authority. What that means is they give people a chance to present their evidence or state their case. They make decisions in a way that people experience as without bias, fact-based, consistent across people, in other words, neutral. They treat people with dignity and respect. And the people who deal with them feel that they're honest, sincere, and benevolent. Legitimacy-based policing is a good example of how the police can be improved through attention to evidence-informed policies and practices. In this case, what we've found is that legitimacy-based policing is as effective as traditional approaches in terms of controlling crime, but it opens up the possibility for the police to play a bigger role in helping communities to develop.
Policing is something that's felt locally. For too long, we've deferred the responsibility of regulating policing to institutions that do it relatively poorly. So for example, in our model legislation on state and local regulation of policing, we have protections for local governments so that they can freely govern their police departments without politicized state interference, while at the same time we carve out a very important role for state governments to regulate policing statewide. For our data and transparency model, we work to allow police departments to use their current resources to gain the maximum level of transparency possible. For example, most police departments these days are increasingly using digital record management for their record-keeping purposes. What we do is take advantage of the features that are built into those systems already that allow us to export their data into open source formats that can be independently analyzed. Transparency is necessary to establish trust. I can't trust you if I don't know what motivates you, if I don't know what the impact is of what you're doing, and in turn, you can't trust me if I don't first trust you. So if we really want to move the ball forward on trust, then we have to have transparency.
We believe serious science can have a serious impact, and we use scientific evidence to understand how to build stronger and safer communities. Our theoretical approach is proven, and we show how we can create vital communities by increasing access to quality education, healthcare, housing, and jobs. Importantly, our approach includes reducing the footprint of armed emergency first responders. The resources we offer include training, such as a procedural justice training module we developed with the Chicago Police Department almost a decade ago. We also have developed roadmaps on how to shift police culture from a warrior approach to a more service-oriented guardian model of policing. And finally, we've developed 2 detailed model policy proposals that agencies can adopt now to increase trust and legitimacy in policing. I think the first step that a police department can take to build trust and legitimacy is for the leadership to make a decision that trust and legitimacy is the mission. Too many police departments think of themselves as seeking help and service from the communities that they serve, rather than the other way around.
What is exciting about this moment in policing is it's the culmination of 20 years of research by criminologists, psychologists, and other social scientists into different strategies of policing that might help the police achieve their goal.
One of the greatest benefits of our interdisciplinary approach is that we come at this from many angles, and we have tested various trust-building practices among diverse communities and authorities.
My hope for the future of policing is that agencies start to take science seriously and build their goals and policies around what the science says regarding promoting trust and legitimacy. Our role is to provide the science and the theories that will help agencies achieve this vision.